everyone, and welcome. Today we are doing our third and final Sanderson Sister hat deco mesh wreath, and today we are focused on Mary. So today I already have my hat additional little curved end instead of the point like I've done in the other video. If you want to see that, you can click back here on one of the original video of the first hat where I show you how to do that. And then I also already put my little glue spots on here to help hold the mesh in place. So we are ready to start adding mesh. So I'm going to grab a zip tie. And this time, just because I have this on hand, I am going to use I think it's 6" or maybe it's 5.5" inch. It doesn't really matter. You can really use either this or the 10" or anywhere in between mesh size, because you're going to crumple it all together, so it really doesn't matter. I wouldn't go bigger than the 10" because I think that would probably be harder to scrunch together, you know, more difficult to work with. But you know, hey, if you want to try it, it's up to you. So I am just going to start. I'm gonna actually cut off a little bit of this end just because it's so messy. And gonna scrunch it together like we always do. And then pull it together in a little bunch, and then zip tie it down. And make sure you get that pulled tight. Not the greatest at pulling these things tight, but this one's good. So cut that off. And then again, just like in the other videos, you're gonna scrunch it all together and just start wrapping. I'll try to get this on camera for you. This mesh is sticking to itself, it doesn't want to unroll. There we go. Try that again. So we're just gonna start wrapping. Now, since it is a shorter or less wide roll, you're probably going to want to keep your bunches, your wraps together so that you're not seeing through this too easy. So you want to keep it nice and tight together and move up slowly. Or you could cover this with some felt or some red material, you know, whatever color you're making this. Cover this in a little bit of material first and then wrap it if you wanted to, just to help with the translucent quality of the mesh. So I'm going to wrap this all up, and because you've seen it before, and I'll come right back to you. So I finished wrapping the red on the hat, and I have this orangey sparkly tool that I'm going to put over top of the red. So here is the hat with the tool all on. So now I think what I want to try for the brim of this hat is to do orange, red, and purple with this ribbon here. It kind of is similar, not exactly the same colors, but a similar style as Mary's skirt, the plaid. This is the closest I could find in what I had. So for this one, I'm gonna do individual bunches like this. and I am going to put the ribbon on the orange and purple and then just leave it off the red for now. So I'm gonna make individual bunches and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do that now. I don't know how many I'm gonna need. So I am going to cut each piece of mesh at 20 inches. Have my little clip in hand. Now, once I cut it, I want to bring the ends together and overlap them by like an inch. And I want to make sure when I'm going to kind of flatten it back down like this. I want to make sure that's in the center as best as you can. And I'm going to kind of hold that down, and I want this portion, the overlapped portion with the ends toward you, on top. And then I'm going to kind of bunch it from away from me and bring it to me and scrunch it up like a bow or a butterfly, whatever you want to call it. Just like that. And I'm going to clip it for a second, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to add the bow or the ribbon, even though, and these are 12-inch pieces of ribbon. Just going to dovetail them and then just put it in the middle. Now, like I said, I'm not going to put it in the middle for the red. I'm just going to do it with the orange and the purple, and then just use a half of pipe cleaner to secure it, making the side that's folded over the back part, or the bottom if you want to call it that. So then with the wreath, I'm going to put these on both portions of the wireframe, kind of opposite, one up, one down. So if I start with the purple here, put it on just like the other ones that we put on, twist it in the back. So that's one on the upper level, and then I'm going to do a red one, and I'm going to put it on the lower, because what I want it to do is kind of get in between. This way maybe. Get it on there. Fix my bow here. I keep calling it a bow, it's just a ribbon. And then we're going to end up scrunching them together. So then when the next one, you go back to the top again. Like that. So it's gonna look kind of like that. So like I said, I don't know how many I'm gonna use, but that's the plan. So I'm going to go ahead and cut all my bundles and then add them on and come back and show you what it looks like and tell you how many bundles it took. So here's what it looks like with all of the ruffles on. I ended up with 19 ruffles in total, 9 red, 5 orange, and 5 purple. And I think that looks nice, and it's nice and full. And while I was at it, I went ahead and added Mary. And I made her a sign that says, "I smell children." And if you want to see how I made these, I'll put a link here for the video of Sarah's hat where I showed you how I made her sign. And then I added a hanger on the back. So I'm gonna go hang it up and show you the finished product. So here is the finished Mary Sanderson Sister Witch hat. And her sign says, "I smell children." I really like the way the colors came together for this one. And I can't wait to get them all up on the wall together. This is another one that I made for someone who asked after seeing my first wreath. And they wanted all 3 sisters on there instead of having 3 different wreaths. So this is what I came up with. Thought it came out really cute. So here are the 3 finished Hocus Pocus witch hat wreaths. I think they came out really cute. They're hanging in my foyer over my shelf that I still have to decorate. Sarah's a little bright just because of the light coming in my front door, but I think they look really cute hanging up together. I was thinking about maybe making a sign that says Hocus Pocus, or like not a sign but words kind of in between the hats, Hocus on one side and Pocus on the other. But that's what they look like. I hope you enjoy making these along with me, and that you'll come back and see what projects I'm coming up with next. Thanks for watching, everyone. Goodbye.